27, 2026. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item on our agenda is appointment of a 2026 Commission President.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to appoint Commissioner Scott Varner as the President of the County Commission for 2026.
I second the motion.
Been a motion and a second to appoint Scott Varner as the 2026 Commission President. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries.
Aye.
Approval of the minutes from the January 6th meeting.
Mr. President, I've reviewed the minutes for the regular session of the January 6, 2026 meeting. After discussing with you, as you know, I was absent. The minutes appear to be accurate. I'll make a motion to accept the same as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the minutes from the January 6th, 2026 meeting. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Aye.
Commissioners' comments. Commissioner McLaughlin.
Thank you, Mr. President. First, I'd like to welcome everybody in attendance and extend a warm welcome to everyone who has joined us on our YouTube live stream. I'm excited that our current and former residents now have the ability to watch our government work. Again, I'd like to apologize for my absence at the last meeting. It was my anniversary week, and we was out of town in Florida enjoying some warm weather. Tom, I wasn't here last week to congratulate you, but I want to congratulate you for your 25 years of service to the Office of Emergency Services. Your dedication to the citizens of Marshall County is truly appreciated.
Thank you.
Mr. President, since the last meeting, I've had a meeting with Grandview Park President Craig White regarding current and future projects of the park. I had a meeting with Erica Storch of American Electric Power. I attended the West Virginia County Commissions Association Conference in Charleston. While in Charleston, I met with several legislatures, including Charles Sheedy, Jeff Stevens, Chris Rose, Charlie Clemens. I also had the opportunity to just talk with several other senators and delegates regarding county and municipal government. I attended a discussion with Sean Turak of Ohio County. I attended the Marshall County Airport Authority meeting. I was excited to be able to participate in the government research paper authored by Josiah Baker, an 8th grade student at Sherrard Middle School. I received several emails from constituents and responded to those. Have several phone conversations with constituents. And finally, as we discussed earlier, I'd like to thank Jim Taylor and John Barry for their outstanding work keeping the courthouse property clear of the snow.
Commissioner Grzinskis.
Thank you, Mr. President. Please excuse my absence, but I didn't have too many formal meetings in the interim. I did have quite a few phone calls about a variety of issues. I did meet with my other fellow commissioners, with Special Prosecutor Sean Turak. Tom Hart, I just want to congratulate you on your anniversary for years of service to the county. And Jim Taylor and John Barry, thank you for all that you've done for keeping the courthouse just clean, neat, and able to get to. And that's been my activity. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. I attended the memorial for Senator Edgell from the Martinsville. Also had conversations with officials in Charleston about various pieces of legislation that are important to counties. Spoke with red officials. Tommy, 25 more years in you.
Mine muted.
I don't know about that.
Congratulations to
Thank you
you.
very much.
And again,
Mine unmuted.
as echoed by my fellow commissioners, John and Jim both need to be commended for their work to make sure that the courthouse is accessible. It looks great and is about as safe as it can be given the weather. And then various calls and meetings with constituents. Public comments. Correspondence. We have the 2025 financial statement, which will be available, November 2025 financial statement, which will be available in the clerk's office. A thank you from the Historical Society, Appalachian people, thank you. Appalachian citizens, thank you. Ohio Valley Night to Shine, thank you. The Sewage District minutes. And also a thank you from the Cameron Senior Center. Sewage District minutes, PSD2 and PSD4 minutes. All will be available in the clerk's office. Under financial items, paid bills. Next, under financial items, we have, I believe, two budget revisions.
Yeah, Mr. President, we have two general county budget revisions, both from the sheriff's office, one in the amount of 8,517 and one in the amount of 920. I'll make a motion to accept budget revisions 6 and 7 as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve budget revisions. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have exonerations. I believe we have 36 exonerations.
Mr. President, we have 36 exonerations submitted by the county assessor's office. I'll make a motion to accept the 36 exonerations as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second to accept the exonerations as presented. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion
Aye.
carries. That's every one of them.
And how John feels now during these meetings.
Next order of business is probate and fiduciary matters, and I believe we have 11 settlements.
Mr. President, we have 11 settlements before us, submitted by the clerk's office. I make a motion, we accept the same as presented.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the settlements. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
He doesn't have a signature.
Yeah, just see. Business of road name changes, there are none. Unfinished business, none. Community grants. Helping Heroes request for funds will be moved to February. Marshall County Chamber of Commerce request for funds would recognize Mr. Rager.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
I'm here on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce as we look to plan for this year's events and programs. We'll start off with the Better Life Health and Business Expo, March 6th and 7th. We're asking for $2,500 for sponsorship for that. Our Business Entrepreneur Pitch Contest will be May 28th. We're asking for sponsorship of that as well as $2,500. We're adding 2 new programs this year. First one would be a new oil and gas conference on April 30th up at Grandview Park. The thought process there is to have speakers from the upstream, midstream, and downstream levels to talk, do a Q&A, and then have a networking event to follow. The summer, I guess.
Use a test.
Our summer concert series, we would ask for $2,000 this year. For the simple program, we asked for $1,500 last year, but the bands, we've been paying $500 since I've been with the chamber. To get the bigger bands, you have to ask for a little bit more money, so I'm asking for $2,000 for the summer concert series. The State of Marshall County Breakfast, which will come up in the fall. We always do. We're asking for $1,500 there as well. And then we're also going to do a new West Virginia Northern Regional Manufacturing Conference following the same format as far as a luncheon, speakers, Q&A, and a networking event to follow. The whole thought process with these 2 new programs is to engage with them, get them involved with our business community and leaders, as well as our school systems to just get them a little more acclimated together. And of course, annual dinner we're working on to secure our speaker. We're asking for $2,500 for that. That'll come up October right now, it's October the 7th. And then the Christmas parade, $2,500 for that as well. That'll take place, I believe it's the 22nd or 23rd. It's always the same day. So the total of sponsorship requests would be $17,000. So thank you for your support.
Any questions, Mr. Rager?
Well, I appreciate the work that you do and the the Chamber of Commerce Board does for Marshall County and promoting Marshall County. I have no problem with making a motion to grant the $17,000 requested by the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce for all the events that you've mentioned.
Is there a
Second.
All right, motion and a second to approve the request from Marshall County Chamber of Commerce. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Under new business, commission board appointments would recognize our county administrator.
For 2026, I have the board appointments staying the same as they were in 2025. Commissioner Varner, Bellamore Regional Council, Regional Economic Development Partnership Board, and Executive Committee, and Averta. Commissioner Grzinskis, Bellamore Regional Council, he is Board Vice President. Marshall County Park and Recreation Board, and Northern Panhandle Workforce Development Board. And Commissioner McLaughlin, the WVU Extension, Marshall County Airport Authority, and Marshall County Senior Center. Those are for your approval.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to accept the recommendations of the county administrator on the board appointments for 2026.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the commission board appointments. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Aye.
Would recognize the county administrator regarding the county-issued cell phone policy.
So we have been talking for a few years about what to do with county issued cell phones. I think the IRS has gone back and forth as to whether they are a taxable entity, and currently they are not. But the West Virginia Ethics Commission states that an elected official or public employee may not get personal gain from their job. So in order to make sure that does not happen in Marshall County, we have put together the county-issued cell phone policy, and in a nutshell, it says any employee or elected official issued a county phone will make a $50 payment a month. It will be done by payroll deduction, $25 per pay. We will submit that to payroll. I have worked with the Sheriff's Department. They're good with it. We have some little administrative things we need to take care of, but everybody's happy with this. If you have any questions, I request that you approve this policy.
Questions, Ms. Frohnapfel?
Betsy, how many employees does this affect?
Currently about 18, but I do believe because of this, some are going to turn in their county cell phones. In this, it does also say if you wish to relinquish, you still must be contactable by your personal phone, as you were when you had a county issued phone.
And those who choose to turn their phones in, will we port their line over to them so they can keep their same phone number?
Some, yes. Elected officials, that's always been a stance, no. County, like some of the sheriff's deputies, that'll actually be up to the sheriff. If one is an investigator, one is a patrolman, we'll leave that up to them. They know who has those phone numbers better than we do.
Okay, yeah, we certainly want to comply with the Ethics Commission, so.
So is it mandatory, or you could just keep your own?
What do you mean?
Keep my own cell phone.
No, this has nothing to do with people who don't have a county cell phone.
Oh.
These are county issued phones only.
Any further questions?
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to approve the Marshall County Commission's county-issued cellular telephone and reimbursement policy effective March 1st, 2026.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the Marshall County Commission county-issued cellular telephone reimbursement policy. Therefore, those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. would recognize our county administrator for the EMS forced entry policy.
So this policy has been an unwritten policy probably since the inception of EMS. They are just beginning to become more and more. I think we've had 4 in the last month. I mean, since January 1, as our residents get older, as people are living alone longer, this is going to happen. So we just wanted to document and put a policy in place so they know how to chart how information necessary, when to call law enforcement, when not to call law enforcement. We may have to pay for a door frame or 2, but they're not going to get any trouble if they follow the policy as they have in the past. So we're just requesting that you all approve this EMS forced entry policy.
Questions of Ms. Frana?
Mr. President, I've reviewed the policy and I agree with the policy that's written. Therefore, I will make a motion to adopt the Marshall County EMS forced entry standard operation procedure policy effective immediately.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the Marshall County EMS forced entry standard operation procedure to be approved today and effective immediately. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion
Aye.
carries. Again, would recognize Ms. Fronaffle with regard to the phase 2 of the fire hydrant project.
Okay, so we have had many conversations with a lot of people about finishing this project. Valley Fire Solutions is a company owned and operated locally. Their owner and most of their employees are volunteer firemen. We've come up with a plan to finish phase 1. It has a few holes left. They're going to go back out and test the flow. Phase 2 would be coordinating with the PSD managers to give them the information and make a list of what needs repaired and get that done in a timely fashion. They will get a list to us, whether we have to bid it or we can just purchase the equipment to do it. That's yet to be seen based on dollar amount. And then they're also going to take the next steps for phase 3 and start going over with PSDs, and all this information will be given to the municipalities also to do with what they want. But going over areas in the rural parts of the county that do not have fire hydrants and where they need to go. Can they go? Do they have to? Can they increase the line size at minimal cost? Things like that. So $40 per man hour. They think it'll take less than 100 hours. So we are well under the $5,000 threshold. So I'm requesting that you all approve us working with and having a contract with Valley Fire Solutions to continue this project.
Questions of Ms. Fronaffle?
My couple questions, and if you answer some of them. Regarding phase 1, the flow testing, wasn't that already completed?
It was completed, but there are some holes.
Okay. So are they going to reflow test everything?
No, just the holes. Yes.
And you did mention that they are going to work alongside the municipalities also on their hydrants. I have nothing else, Mr. President.
Commissioner Grazinskis, do you have any questions?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay. What's the expected timeline? I know this has been a drawn-out project.
As fast as possible.
Okay.
A few months. Barring if we hadn't gotten the snow, they'd probably start now. So probably start the end of February and work till it's complete.
It's I know we've had some situations where it's vitally important to make sure those hydrants are working.
Absolutely.
So, without further questions, entertain a motion.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, I'll make a motion that we accept the agreement with Valley Solutions LLC of Moundsville in the amount of $40 per man hour up to, well, I'm not going to give it a time frame, but in and around 100 hours.
Second.
Got a motion and a second that we approve the Valley Fire Solutions LLC agreement to, for $40 an hour up, in the ballpark of 100 hours to complete, this phase. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next would recognize Ms. Fronapfel for request to hire for Marshall County EMS.
Excuse me. We are requesting to hire two of our, one is temporary full-time and one is part-time to full-time status. What this will first thing this will enable us to do is give some of our staff a break. They're stretched really thin. We will be able to do at least one, probably two transport trucks a week, with them also working each working a 24-hour shift. We have 3 people off on long-term, I want to call it disabilities, but on long-term medical leave. When they come back, it comes right into vacation season. Once that happens, we really have a hard time filling shifts. And with these 2 new positions, we should be able to do that and not worry 2 hours before the shift's filled whether we're going to have to go down a truck or not. Both of these employees know that they are not going to have a set schedule like everybody else does, but they're all for it.
Questions of Ms. Fronapfel?
My question is, so they're both going from part-time to full-time. Are we going to replace the part-time at some point?
At some point, yes. We don't have a list currently of part-timers, but we will at some point, yes.
That's all I have, Mr. President.
Any further questions? Not, would entertain a motion?
I have none.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to change the employment status of Robert Bandy from part-time to full-time, with a starting date of January 28th, 2026, and Taylor Doyle from temporary full-time to full-time with the same starting date of January 28th, 2026.
Second.
Motion and second to change in employment status for Marshall County EMS Robert Bandy from part-time to full-time with a start date of 1/28/26. And Taylor Doyle from temporary full-time to full-time with a start date of 1/28/26. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next would recognize Director Robinson. Request to hire.
Okay, so we got a lot to present this morning. First of all, I had a resignation. Guy lasted 2 whole months, and I would like to fill that position with Amy Myers. She's from Martinsbury, but she is moving here to Marshall County. She tested, passed, and did very well in her interview. I would like her start date to be tomorrow, the 28th, at the starting 911 salary of $39,900.
I'll address that first.
Let's do that.
Mr. President, I will make a motion to accept the recommendation of Highway Director Carol Robinson in hiring Amy Myers, 911 starting rate of $39,900 effective January 28th.
Second.
Motion and second to employ Amy Myers at the request of Director Robinson. Start date of 1/28/26 at the beginning rate of $39,900. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
So my second request, I would like for you to authorize me hiring additional 4 operators. This will bring my full-time staff to 23. I have a lot of reasons for doing this. Right now, I am stressed, or I'm not really stressing them out, but I'm wearing out my full-time people that I have now. We're shorthanded. Whether we take on any other entities or not, when we took Glendale, I should have added 3 instead of just 1. But this will allow for less stress on the shifts and have more people working. That will increase my operators on day shift and afternoons to 6 and midnight to 4. The biggest deal with people when I hire is it takes 6 to 9 months for them to be trained. So regardless of what comes in the future, this will enable me some time to get people trained. The only thing I did not expect this when I did my budget, so I would need the county's help covering these salaries until the fiscal budget 26.
Questions of Director Robinson?
I have.
I have none.
Entertain a motion?
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to approve the Val Carroll Robinson, Director of 911. Do we already have the people?
That was next.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll approve the I believe it's $148,035 from the county budget to cover the salaries and benefits for the 4 new operators positions. I'll make a motion to that effect.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve the 4 requested 4 positions by Director Robinson. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
With that being approved, I actually had over almost 90 resumes. We went through a lot of testing. I actually brought 50 people in to test and had less than 15 actually show up. So yeah, it was really disheartening. I would have five people scheduled to test and not one would come in. So, but what we did come up with is 4 excellent candidates. One is actually in Jacksonville, North Carolina right now. Their parents are here in Moundsville. They're moving home. So she is going to be one of the 4. So I'm requesting that you hire these 4 people presented at the starting rate of $39.9. And there's various start dates due to their current employments, but they're included on there.
I have no questions.
Commissioner Krasinski, any questions?
I do. Is when is the last start date employee that you're going to have, Carol?
I have 3 starting on February 17th. 1 on, of course, Amy tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Entertain a motion?
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to accept the recommendation of 911 Communication Director Carol Robinson to employ the following employees: Michael Green, Maya Hammond, Tiffany Zaremski, with the start date of February 17th, 2026, and Rachel Bennett with the start date of February 10th, 2026, at the starting salary of a 911 operator, $39,900.
I second the motion.
Been a motion and a second to approve the requests from Director Robinson to employ Michael Green, Mia Hammonds, and Tiffany Zaremski with a start date of 2/17/26 at the beginning salary of $39.9. Those, and also Rachel Bennett at a start date of 2/10/26 at the same beginning salary of $39.9. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Rachel or Raquel?
Rachel.
Item G under new business, Susan Harrison will be postponed until a February meeting. Would recognize the clerk for the 2026 primary and general election ballot commissioners.
Okay, the Democrat and Republican executive committees have respectively appointed their ballot commissioners for the upcoming 26 primary and general elections. These appointments are issued for a 2-year period. The Democrats have chosen Arthur Sonny Oakland as the ballot commissioner, and the Republicans have chosen Carol Wood as the ballot commissioner.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to accept the recommendations of both the Marshall County Democratic Party to appoint Arthur Sonny Oakland and the Marshall County Democratic Executive Committee to appoint Carol Robinson as ballot commissioners for the 2026 primary and general elections.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve the ballot commissioners from the Democrat and Republican Party, Arthur Sonny Oakland from the Democrat Party, and Carol Wood from the Republican Party fulfill the as ballot commissioners for the election process. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Sorry. Next would recognize the county administrator regarding Lafayette Avenue building projects and any other.
We have finally received ZMM Architecture's revised plan for that building. We received it last week. Jim and I did not have a chance to review it like I'd like to. We'll be back next week with some recommendations and on how to move forward with that building. I wanted to let everybody know that we have advertised for the Airport Authority assessment. That has gone out. We have actually had a couple people already call for a copy. We will be advertising for the new position in our office. It'll be in this week's paper and next week's paper and also on Indeed. I talked to representatives from AEP yesterday. They are almost finished cleaning out the building, so we're looking at maybe the first week in February to close on that. And I would like to advertise for architect and engineering services for that building. And since it is judicial, I am wondering if you all would consider letting us advertise it in a way that it would be judicial services for the next 5 years. That way, whoever we hire to do that building understands what's already been moved and is over there. And if we take the next steps to do the judicial annex for the circuit court, they would automatically be involved in that.
So you want to
just write it in a way that this is not just this project, it's all judicial services for the next 5 years.
You're requesting that approval for advertising today?
Yes.
Okay. Commissioner Krasinskis, do you have any questions?
I do. That judicial designation, that would not limit the possibility of other offices moving to an annex there, would that?
No. That would just be the name of the buildings.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
I don't believe so. I'll make a motion, Mr. President, to allow Ms. Vernapple to move forward with advertising for judicial services for the preceding 5 years for the construction
Design work
that we do regarding judicial services.
Second.
Second to approve the county administrator to advertise for judicial services that would go into the future for design work, etc. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries.
And again, I just want to thank John and Jim for all their work this weekend. They were ready to be here every 4 hours on Saturday. That got pushed back. They worked all day Sunday, all day yesterday, and they're out there again today with the ice that moved in. So they've worked really hard.
Yeah, I agree with you, for that one. Also, quickly, thank the DOH and all of our municipalities for keeping their roads and, as clean as they can. That's no storm, it's a big storm, and I think they did an excellent job considering the circumstances.
And the final item on our list, do we have any updates from department heads or elected officials? If not, would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second, we adjourn. We are adjourned.